Good morning, brothers and sisters. I testify these to give glory to God. God said in prophecy that He will be doing a miracle, that nobody will know how it will come to pass. On August 2nd, I had an accident that practically was a miracle, and everybody told me the same. I was trapped under a tractor on a motorcycling accident. I remember that my face was on the concrete and I was unconscious. I only felt the concrete and I said to myself, God, help me. He allowed me to be conscious, and I noticed some tubes in the truck. I held on to the tubes to keep myself from dragging on the floor. I was able to come back to myself, back to life, the miracle He spoke about a long time ago. These I testify to give honor and glory to the Lord.
In prophecy, the Lord promised me that He would be healing me from a health problem that I had been suffering from, and also that the Lord would be giving me a trip to a place where I would feel very good. And brothers and sisters, I went on the trip along with my wife. And as we were arriving to the place we were going, the city of Barranquilla, Colombia, as the airplane was landing, it could not land because there was a storm. So the airplane had to go back up, and then it tried to land again. But the storm was so strong that the airplane was basically stuck in the middle of the storm, and it was being moved around all over by the storm, and we could hear yelling and screams. And of course, my wife and I also panicked. But based on what we are taught and what we read about tonight and what the pastor explained to us, that during those difficult moments we should pray to the Lord and sing. So my wife sang to the Lord and I prayed. And I said, Lord, if this was not the trip that you promised, may your will be done. And brothers and sisters, the airplane started going back up again. And it tried to land in a neighboring city, Santa Marta, but it couldn't land there either. So then it was sent to the city of Cartagena, and it was able to land there. Brothers and sisters, when I arrived, I took medical tests. I took advantage of that moment for them to give me all of those medical exams, and they all came back negative. There was nothing wrong with me. I am healed. And I give glory and honor to the Lord who has healed me.
I first came to the church through my mother-in-law when the church visited Mongolia in the year 2018. In prophecy, God told me that I carried discontent in my heart and that I will be undergoing a process of learning many things. At that time, I was focused on taking care of my son, though I longed for a job and the opportunity to return to work. I felt stuck in a cycle, often finding myself ruminating on the situation I was in. God promised me that He will take away all sadness, worries, and discontent. After that, I took some courses, and in that moment, I instantly realized that God had fulfilled His promise. That day, I cried deeply, and when I got home, I felt as if a veil had been removed from my eyes. And so I continue taking my course, which helped me develop better self-esteem. Last year, when the church visited Mongolia, once again, I received prophecy. God told me that I was going to take part in a great spiritual feast and that I will travel frequently. At first, I couldn't believe it, but they told me that this will happen in God's time. And so it came to pass. I traveled to Kazakhstan. And then in June, I traveled to Japan. There, I had the incredible opportunity to receive the sermon from the leader of the church, our sister Miraculous. I would like to testify to give the honor and glory to our God.